Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024, 6:26 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:26 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We're going to look at some charts in just a second after I say hello to my friends and do an audio-visual check. Perfect night, Truck. I miss you. Hope you're well. Hi, Shake and Bake, Rebby, Hector, Greg, Fat N, Carl, Andre, Sam, KK, hey Rachel, DSA, Paula, Donald, Vince, hey Success, hey Rob, Spaceball, Diego, hey Tom, Ray, Awesome. Yeah, SE is a Chinese name, so I would stay away from it. The broken slot machine play is off the table because of Hang Seng weakness, Asian market weakness due to China GDP. Good morning, good morning. Hope you are well. Go look at ES. We retraced about 50% of the move from high to low on the daily. So now that puts us in a potential EQ situation, potential hourly bear flag. I'm going to go up and look for any chart request. Just thought I'd show my face and smile and say hi. Thank you for being here. VIX. No, because we have a higher high. So it wouldn't be a head and shoulders. It could be a megaphone. That's definitely likely where you're getting higher highs without follow through, lower lows without follow through. I'm looking at the higher time frame here, and on the higher time frame, we have a potential 2-week bear flag on the VIX, and that would behoove the market bulls if that were to come to fruition. Thanks, Hector. Thank you. I wear these a lot because they have the blue light blocking and these don't. But I've had some rude people like, you wearing your safety glasses today when I wear the clear ones. People are so ugly sometimes, and then people are awesome other times. Okay, next. Yeah, SE looks bad. It's off the table for a potential broken slot machine play at $35. It's off the table. Things have changed. Yeah, DWAC is pulling back. Fun and DWAC were running yesterday, somewhat related to the Trump Iowa news, and it's pulling back. Fun, PHUN, had an offering after hours, and it's negatively impacting DWAC. DWAC was special because Trump was supposedly only going to use that social media platform. Well, now that he's been allowed back on all of these other social platforms, there's no really uniqueness to DWAC. So I don't know that this run is sustainable. I'd look to short bounces on DWAC. And I did yesterday. Good morning, Jill. Hey, Anu, Average Guy, Luzmar, Sir Fernando, Corey. Okay, AMD could be forming an hourly head and shoulders. Be careful. Semis could be in for some consolidation up here. Just, again, be careful. But I would keep AMD on back burner watch. It had a beautiful move yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm going to add that to my Queen of the Mountain list. Market's pulling back. We have retail sales that just came out. So retail sales higher than anticipated. That means consumer is stronger than they thought. Yeah, month over month, it's up. So that is bad news. Or good news is bad news. More spending isn't necessarily good. That means that the Fed interventions aren't necessarily working. I'll go over Mara today for sure. I'll try to get to BBWI and Nike. Y'all ready to get this show on the road? Good morning. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community. And we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on X at Chart Gal Lori, that would be lovely. You can check us out at chartguys.com. Even better, you can hit that like, subscribe, notify button on YouTube, which is wonderful. If you're interested in a setting goals article that just came out, I think Dinzy wrote it, I'm pretty sure. The PDF is in the YouTube description below. You can click on the link and get that wonderful article. And let's get started with the show. Good morning, Jim. Yeah, AMD does have resistance here. Okay, ES. So we have an EQ forming now at this point. So from the low of January 5th to the high of January 11th, we have retraced 50% of that move. We're still holding the daily 21 EMA. So that overall, oops, I need to update this, is not good for market bulls to necessarily guarantee them a higher high on the next bounce. However, NASDAQ has only retraced 0.382, and I'm going to take this off because it's so busy with that on. But we retraced about 0.382. That makes NASDAQ a little bit stronger than SPY. So as long as QQQ is leading, it'll be hard for this market to completely roll over. RTY is weak. However, we're coming up on the daily 50 MA. We're looking for a weekly high or low. 4-hour oversold. So let's just back all that up, and I love having the visuals. So beep, beep, beep. We're going to back this up. So we're looking for a weekly high or low. We're at the daily 50 MA. And 4 hours oversold. So this IWM gap down could be for buying. Your next support is 184.66 on IWM. So this could be a play today. We'll see. Again, you're stepping in and you're being aggressive with this play. A more conservative bear is waiting for a bounce to short. Dow is losing this 37390. We broke it by $25. It's been holding it for a while. That's it, confirming the daily head and shoulders. But I've told y'all I'm looking for this potential weekly bull flag for that daily head and shoulders to possibly be a faux head and shoulders, and then the weekly bull flag come to fruition. That remains to be seen. Hang Seng was down 3.71% overnight. I posted it in chat and I went over it in the market recap video that China had GDP last night. It really impacted their markets negatively. DAX is down 1%. VIX is screaming. Again, I think VIX is a potential 2-week bear flag. We ran into this upper trend line resistance and we're rejecting right now. I'm overly tempted to short VIX up here. Haven't done it yet. Have not pulled the string on it yet, but I'm watching. Bitcoin is red overnight. 4-hour, no damage is done. It's just boring as you know what. 50 RSI acting as resistance, can't get over these EMAs, just going sideways as bears are scouting the daily lower high on Bitcoin after the sell the news on the ETF. Ethereum is holding up a little bit better. 4-hour, we're looking for a higher low. However, hourly, we're looking for a lower high. So hourly is giving up a lot more than what ETH bulls would like. The dollar has no chill. We're hitting the daily 200 MA right here, possibly getting over it. However, we're looking for a weekly lower high compared to 104.263. Doesn't mean we'll get it. If we were to get a lower high and pull back, this could be a weekly inverse head and shoulders on the dollar, and that is a headwind for the market. It could be bearish. I'm going to stop there and look at this table. We're overall way more bearish than bullish. We're not at 100 to where we're at reverse back burner stage, but overall we have a lot of things that are lining up very bearish. Microsoft's really stood out with their bull volume this morning, and Nvidia. All right, gold is still suffering from the dollar strength. Come on, adjust. There we go. So we're testing this trend line resistance here on gold on the next bounce. Bears will be looking for a potential, probably looks better on the 6-hour. 6-hour lower high. Oil, if you took that short yesterday, I put that little handy dandy box up there. Told y'all I was looking for a 6-hour lower high. We're breaking bare. You could say we're breaking bare of a head and shoulders. But that's typically found at the top of a pattern. This is more in the middle of a range. Either way, we're in a 6-hour downtrend, 4-hour downtrend. Oil is weak. And I may be a buyer down at $70. We'll see. Nat gas continues to take it on the chin. You're welcome, Jim. All right, Apple. So I was doing the whiteboard this morning. I'm like, whoa, Apple's not gapping down. That is news. Apple's been gapping down super weak compared to its cohorts. So we still need to fill the gap that's overhead at 185.19. We are looking for a weekly higher low compared to 165.45. And we're at the daily 200 MA. It's time for Apple bulls to take over, and they haven't shown an appetite to do that yet. They tried yesterday. I guess filling that gap overhead of 185.19 was a little too daunting. QQQ rejected right there at the high of day and then pulled down. And this speaks to me. It screams at me, actually. I want y'all to look at what happened with QQQ yesterday. We were in a meeting right here. Our meeting starts at 9 a.m. My time. So we started a meeting here. And then Dan says, whoa, what happened to the market? Is there any type of econ event? I'm like, yeah, Fed Waller speaking. And then that was the narrative behind why the market pulled back. Okay, well, pretend like you don't know that Fed Waller is speaking. You don't have to know all of those things. What happened? Double top rejection. That's what happened. Double top rejection. And then you can tell me all the megaphone, midline, blah, 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 blah. What happened down here? Why did the market bounce? Because we held the low of day and then we bounced into the end of day. We can keep things so simple and not make it so difficult. Trading can be boiled down to some very simple concepts. And trust me, I've made it more complicated than anyone you've met. I have had to figure out all there is to know about options, which obviously I don't know all there is, but I have studied futures ad nauseum. I have studied option strategies. I've studied different ETFs, commodities. You don't have to do all of that to be a successful trader. You just need a simple system that you back tested. So what happened yesterday was directly related to QQQ. And NQ right now is the leader. And listen to me closely. If semis decide to consolidate today, that could be bad news for the market because semis held us up yesterday. They totally held this market up. So if semis decide to take a breather with Microsoft, that could be the coffin, the nail in the coffin for market bulls and for further consolidation. Okay, we went over all that. We went over Bitcoin, commodities. Let's look at Apple. Fat End, Waste Management. I love trashy companies. Don't even have to look at it and tell you that I probably like it. Yep, it's beautiful. Daily Inside Bar. Trash is in vogue. Okay, so Apple is weak. Amazon, we're looking for a daily higher low. We were almost gapping down. We're reclaiming yesterday's low, which is good. So gap rules apply. Y'all know how well these gap rules apply. If you're a TCG member and you were live with me yesterday morning, you watched me take these options trades live with screenshots. You saw me. When we held the prior day low, when we held it, that was go time because we had the hourly squeeze going into yesterday's, right here, going into yesterday's opening, and we had pre-market strength. So NVIDIA, we're up here at resistance, and my target on NVIDIA that I shared, no, that's not it. I'll do it on the weekly. Swing high to swing low. If you look here, 1.618 target right there is 570.75. Yesterday we hit 568.35. So some consolidation in this area would be logical, but there's no need to front run that. I would just wait for the right side of the V for a potential NVDA short. Amazon, we're at yesterday's low. Again, this is healthy. I covered that. Meta, we're looking for a daily higher low. We have not reclaimed the low of yesterday, so this could be a short at open if we're unable to reclaim yesterday's low. Microsoft is strong in pre-market with an hourly EQ and squeeze. Let's see if the bulls can finally get some follow through today. Netflix is back up inside yesterday's range. They have earnings next Tuesday, looking for a daily higher low. Don't have a clear setup on this one. Nvidia, I told you I'm looking for a top fish if yesterday's high can hold, and it'll be a tight stop. Tesla, man, it was stronger earlier when I looked at it. Looks like we're losing yesterday's low. If we're losing yesterday's low, we're likely to open up daily oversold again. 205.69 is key support. As we approach that level, I'd be interested in a long. Okay, Queen of the Mountain. Let me pull up my notes. AMD, I need to add that. Back burner watch after yesterday's very large move. Crowd, hourly tightening range. Look at this squeeze. Beautiful chart. KRE, now this is a tough one because we're going dumpster diving for this one, but we're looking for a weekly higher low. And we're 4-hour oversold. That's typically where you look for the daily higher low. So I love that this is gapping down, and we are gapping down related to news with all the different earnings that we have coming out with banks. But I think a potential long on KRE may be the prudent. That would be the more aggressive bull approach. The conservative bear approach is waiting for a bounce or waiting for a bounce to short. Mara, aggressive bulls are looking for a potential weekly higher low as we approach the daily 50 MA. So we're looking for a weekly higher low. Daily's at the 50 MA and 4 hours oversold. So I wish it were gapping down. I'd like this trade a lot more, but I like a long in Mara today. I know you probably can't believe I'm saying that. PANW, back burner watch. And I have save for potential scalping because of this extreme volatility for the ninjas. If you're interested in scalping this, I think there's plenty of opportunity. This thing had a huge bounce yesterday after the dump, the JetBlue acquisition being blocked. It was just tremendous. So there is a lot of opportunity for ninjas who like to scalp. Hello. There are 300 of you and only 75 likes. Can y'all just hit the like button, please? I'm very pleased with the turnout, though. I thought cutting out Thursday, Friday pregame shows that I would lose a lot of viewers, and we haven't, so I appreciate that. And TCG members, I appreciate you listening to the pregame show and the live stream Market Open with me. I know sometimes it can be a little redundant because I've covered some things already, so I appreciate that. Okay, BBWI. You can see me yawn now. Potential weekly bull flag. Daily downtrend. 4-hour didn't get oversold. An aggressive bull could look for an hourly higher low compared to yesterday's low, 41.37. But the weekly looks good on this one. Nike. Nike had a big drop on earnings. They continue to give up the goods, losing support of 101.73. Let's see if $100 psychological holds or 97.48. If you're in a short, stay in a short as long as these hourly EMAs are overhead. These are party glasses. Woohoo! Thank you, Casey. MSOS. So MSOS held up well yesterday considering, and I like that bulls were unable to close the gap down to 822. They stopped at 831 and we had a big push up into close. This shows defense by the bulls. Overall, we had a doji yesterday, a little bit of indecision. Let's see if we can close this gap at 822. I'd like to be a buyer at 822. Close that gap below and possibly put in that daily high or low sooner than later. We'll just have to watch for tightening ranges and our key levels and possible stair steps for trades on MSOS. Hey, Bennett. MSTR is weak with the Bitcoin ETF sell-off. We're at the weekly 21 EMA as we look for the weekly high or low with 4-hour oversold. Maybe coming into a long spot, possibly. I would like it better long if it were gapping down, but it could be a potential long. QQQ starting to look rough. It is. It totally is. We're losing. We haven't lost the low of yesterday, so there's that. If QQQ goes down today, I will be focusing on NVIDIA short. I like this setup. AI continues to get shellacked. We lost 25.12 support by 27 cents. Not a big bear break, but it's notable. 4-hour RSI beat up. Remember, we're selling the news off of CES last week, the Consumer Electronics Show. Lots of AI headlines came out. Bounces are for shorting on this name as long as this downtrend remains. Tilray came back strong yesterday. I was impressed. Daily, we're looking for a lower high on this bounce. Hourly got overbought. That's typically where we look for the daily lower high. Let's see what bulls can do. Yeah, I don't like the placement of where price is right here, right now. I don't think I could go long up here. You prefer AMD short? Yeah, I get what you're saying with this high over here, 164.46, where NVDA is in blue sky territory. I just like that we have that 570 fib extension target overhead that wasn't hit. So yeah, either one. Either one could work. I'm with you. I see what you're doing. And I like that it has a head and shoulders here on the 30 minutes. So I think you may be right. All right, that's it for the show. My alarm is about to go off. I appreciate y'all being here. Let me turn this annoying alarm off. Thank you for being here. I will see you tomorrow. If you're not a TCG member, and if you are a TCG member, I'll see you in 10 minutes, and we will be looking at what trades we'll be watching for open. All right, y'all have a great day, and use stop losses.